Hi there, my name is Sue. Welcome to my channel. I've been going to do an updated video on my Chemicloud hosting experience for ages. I've been with Chemicloud now for a bit over a year, and if you go back and have a look at my last couple of videos, I was comparing Chemicloud to Siteground, who were my hosting company for about 5 years, I think, prior to switching. And in those videos I explain why I switched and why I was unhappy with Siteground. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about Chemicloud and how my experience has been with them so far. So as I said, I've been with them for about a year, a little bit over a year now, and I had never heard of them until I switched. They weren't a hosting company that was on my radar at all. I just I stumbled across them somehow. I'm not really sure how, but I've been really, really happy with them. So I've got more than one website hosted with Chemicloud, and I'm using Astra Pro for my websites now. They're WordPress websites. When I first switched, I was using Elementor Pro, and I realised that Elementor wasn't great. It was too heavy and too slow, and so I switched to Astra Pro. Now I think I actually switched one of my sites to Astra Pro before I moved from Siteground from memory, or I might have just been using the free Astra version. I can't really remember, but I've since switched. Now I've been really happy with my speed of my websites. They've been really good. So it's the first time since I've been using Google Site Kit on my websites that I've had the page speed measurements all green. So I'm really happy with that, and my website performance is really good. There seems to be very little downtime with Chemicloud. I've had no issues there at all, and their support is amazing. That's the main thing. From all my years of having websites hosted online, the support is probably the main thing that needs to be really good with hosting companies. And Chemicloud's support is second to none. Their support is the way Siteground used to be. It's really easy to get support. They're really quick and they're really helpful. Now, if you are switching to Chemicloud, this is one of the things that really amazed me with them. They will actually move up to 10 websites. Now, I've never come across that before. Most hosting companies will move one. If you're lucky, some won't move any. And some of them really managed to stuff it up really badly, because I have actually had tested a couple of different hosting companies, or a few actually, when I was looking for alternative to SiteGround, and I learned very quickly to keep my websites on SiteGround and try the others for a couple of weeks. And there was one company in particular, I can't remember who they were, but they completely ballsed up the moving of my sites, and they weren't even really functional, and they weren't helpful. So I was really glad that I still had my sites actually sitting on SiteGround, and so it was just a case of redoing the name servers and pointing the domain names back to SiteGround. So when I asked Chemicloud, how many sites they would move, I was actually really blown away when they said up to 10. So they moved my websites, and they did a fantastic job of that. So as I said, their support is really quick. Their billing, so is good. They are not expensive, so they're less than half the price that SiteGround were. In the end, that was one of my main reasons for moving. In the end, SiteGround was costing me about $500 or $600 a year, something crazy like that. The Chemicloud it costs me about $200 a year US dollars, so that converts to about 300 New Zealand, and so I was pretty happy with that. The first year, of course, is a whole lot cheaper, and I'll go and have a look at that in a minute and show you. But even once it goes up to full price, it's not drastically bad. Now, my annual billing came up just recently because things are a little bit tight, so I emailed them to ask if we could possibly split that annual payment up into smaller payments, and they said yes, there was no problem with that. And so they actually offered to split it either into two payments, or I think it was quarterly payments, and I just said to them 2 payments is fine. So they have set up 2 invoices 6 months apart, and so I think it cost me or something like that for 6 months, which was really good, because when you're converting New Zealand dollars to US dollars, it's quite often about $1.60, $1.50, $1.60 to $1 US. So, you know, for $200, that's probably a bit over $300 usually in New Zealand dollars. So, so yeah, they split that up into 2 payments, and which was absolutely brilliant. And as I said, they offered to split it up into smaller payments as well. You know, a lot of companies, when they do that, they'll make the payment more expensive. I know Siteground did, because I was having trouble paying my Siteground fees, and so they split it up into smaller payments. But of course, I was paying a whole lot more than I would have been if I was paying it annually. So I was very, very happy with that. And their back office is great. Their dashboard is really clear. I can see, you know, what invoices I've got there. I can see my support tickets. It's all, you know, in big. There's big. I'll show you in a minute. There's big numbers and boxes across there. Really clear, really clean interface. Whereas some hosting companies, you go into the back office and you've got to look for little warning, little red things, you know, up in the top of the screen or something, which are really easy to miss. Whereas the dashboard in Chemicloud has been really well thought out, and it's really easy to see exactly where everything is and what you need to see. They do use cPanel, which is great, because cPanel is very user-friendly, especially for beginners or those who aren't quite as technically minded as others, or a little bit technically challenged, as I tend to be a little bit. And they have, you know, staging available and that sort of thing. I used their staging platform just a few months back when I had to rebuild one of my websites, and it was really user-friendly, easy to use, and worked really, really well. So we'll go into my dashboard in Chemicloud, and I will show you around. So here I am on the Chemicloud pricing page on their website, and you can see here that their plans, they have a starter plan, which is for one website, basically. It gives you 20 gigabytes of disk space, and that is $295 US a month, and then that's for the first year, and then it goes up to $9.95, and that's if you're paying it annually. And then the Pro plan, which is the one that I'm on, is $3.95 a month and goes up to $15.95 a month after your first year. So they're pretty good prices, and as I said, you know, this one here, this Pro plan, works out to about $200 a year for unlimited websites. You've got 30 gigabytes of disk space, and you know, unlimited bandwidth and all the rest of it. There's no hassles with this hosting company. I've had no problems with resources like I did with Siteground when I first started with them. They had some funny things when I first started with them about, you know, some of the system resources that I was using, and so I had a lot of interaction with support back then, trying to work all of that out, which I did. But yeah, I've had no hassles like that with Chemicloud at all. I've had no hassles with them at all. So this is the hosting plans, and I have links, a link to Chemicloud below, which is an affiliate link, and if you use that, I thank you greatly. All right, so this is in my back office or dashboard, and as you can see, as I said, the dashboard is really clean and really easy to see everything. So you can see I've got one service, one domain, 2 unpaid invoices, and this is where my support tickets would be if I had them, and you can just click on those and they'll take you through to that area, so you can see. All right, and then if you scroll down, this is the rest of the dashboard, and it just shows you how much you're paying annually and how many days until expiry, and how much of your disk space you've used, and then you've got your links through to cPanel and different settings as well. So I'll show you in my support ticket. So this was my ticket about my billing that I was just talking about before, and so as you can see here, you know, I mean, George, God bless his heart, due date the 26th of the 11th. I've also cancelled your PayPal subscription to avoid any automatic payments done by PayPal. Let me know if you have any more questions. Now, I know a lot of companies, if they had done this, wouldn't do this. They wouldn't cancel the PayPal subscription, because I've had that happen before, and the payments still comes out, or they try and take the payment out because they've missed part of the job. So these guys in the support seem to be really, really onto it and do their job really well, which is just an absolute little ray of sunshine compared to some other companies. As I said, I've been using hosting companies for quite a lot of years now, and yeah, they're just, some of them are absolutely abysmal. So this is the C panel, and the C panel is the same. It's really clear, easy to follow. You know, there's no kind of clutter in there, whereas some companies that I've been with, you go into their C panel and things are kind of all over the place and just hard to find things, where this is all really easy. You've got email files, databases, domains, metrics, security, software, advanced, and preferences. You know, it just makes it really, really easy. And then you've got a toolkit here for WordPress, which I can't remember what's in this. I've been in here before. I think, yeah, this is all your installations, etc. So that's my kind of just a little look at my dashboard and what's in there. And yeah, basically there's not a whole lot more to say. You know, just that I have been really, really happy with them. And so if you're just looking for somewhere to host, you know, a website or a couple of websites, and you're, you know, wanting something that's fairly easy in a company that's not too expensive and that are reliable, where you have really good support, then I can highly, highly recommend Chemicloud. I've got no thoughts about leaving them or moving anywhere else because they're doing a really good job. So as I said, I have an affiliate link below. If you use that, I thank you very much. If you want to go and check them out, try them out and see what you think. And if you've got any comments or any questions, just pop them below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, and I thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you again another day. Bye for now.